Readers, I want to teach you that in complicated stories like yours, the characters will reveal themselves over time. So it's really important that as readers who read complicated stories, that you stay alert to new details that come up as the story goes on, and that you're ready to rethink and revise your initial ideas. Remember your story arc? Well, your understanding of the story is going to change as you watch the character go up and down the story arc, and as you learn about the world of the story, from the beginning to the middle to the end. So our initial thoughts here might be really different. We have to keep that in mind as we read on. Let me quickly show you what I mean. So I'm thinking about the story, popularity, and we have this character, Will. Remember Will? He doesn't like his friends very much, the Allens. We said that he's pretty bitter and sarcastic. He has nothing nice to say about them. Like when he talks about picking clovers and how much he hates it, how he's so bored of it. He's been doing it for months. So we could say that he's bitter and sarcastic, but remember, we are right now in the very beginning of the story. That detail, in fact, comes up right away. It comes out like right here on the very first page. So if I keep reading, I need to be alert to new details, possibilities, and be ready to rethink my idea. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to read on a little bit and see, is this still true? Is this still what I think of him? I have been resigned to my rank for many months, but now looking at the two Allens still arguing over the same three-leaf clover, then at the popular boys, I suddenly knew that I could not stand another day at the bottom. I wanted to be a part of the noise and the laughter. I needed to be popular. That doesn't sound bitter or sarcastic to me at all. In fact, I would say that that sounds pretty determined to make a change. I needed to be popular. Do you see how I'm grabbing another detail, a new detail, and I'm letting myself kind of like take a pause, like, wait, that maybe doesn't work because this new detail says something different. Let me read on a little bit more and see if I can build up this theory and maybe even find another possible theory or idea to add on. Being 10 years old, I did not question this ambition, but I did wonder, how on earth was I going to realize it? Though I only stood 20 yards from the heart of the kingdom, I felt 1,000 miles removed from the rank and the prestige of its citizens. How could I bridge such a gap, knowing I might be stared at or laughed at or belittled to a speck so small that I could no longer be seen by the naked eye? As I stood on that playground, torn between fear and ambition, those 20 yards began to recede from view, and I knew that I must either step forward now or retreat forever to a life of bitter companions and three-leaf clovers. I took a deep breath and then, with great trepidation, crossed the 20 longest yards I had ever walked in my life and found myself standing a few feet from the outer circle of what I was hoped was my destiny. Okay, so totally, like, takes a leap, walks towards popular kids. So wait a second, I can't go with this trait anymore, this theory. I have to move on. Now my thinking's changing from him being bitter and sarcastic to being maybe more of a determined person. Maybe he's like a kind of like a hopeful person. As I read on in the story, we read a little bit this together, he starts to imagine what his life could be like and how he could become a popular kid. He has moments where he's like envisioning it. He's imagining being the second funniest kid in the school. So do you see how whenever you read a story, you can't commit to your first ideas because they might change. In fact, they're probably going to, especially when we're thinking about characters. You must stay alert to the new details that come up and be open and ready to rethink and revise your ideas. As you continue to collect your smaller ideas, then you can take your theory and start to build an interpretation or possible theme. but I have to keep going and keep adding stuff before I can do that. So I hope that today and every day you read, you don't commit to an idea right away. You wait, you are open, you rethink, and you revise until you feel you have enough concrete evidence to support an idea.